Okay, the question is, she said she talked to some teachers and people from Arkansas, and they said I indeed had a good record in reforming education, but that one of the things that we proposed was bringing in efficiency for schools, and sometimes that meant consolidation. If you want to really get in trouble, mention that word in any community in America, and it'll just about get you killed. But we were in a court case in Arkansas that lasted through 3 governors. I was the one that finally helped bring it to a conclusion. And that court case busted us on 2 issues. One was the educational funding, which is called adequacy, and the other is equity. Well, the main thing we came to learn was that we had some districts in our state that were so small. I mean, we had 112 students in K through 12. And when you do that, there's no way that those students can have the kind of curriculum that really challenges the students and gives them what they need to be able to be successful. We proposed that we wouldn't close any schools K through 8, and that we wouldn't close any schools arbitrarily, but that we would have administrative consolidation so that you don't have that many administrators. You don't need an administrator, a superintendent, and all these administrators for that many districts, and we would consolidate not the schools, but the districts. Guess who didn't like that? The superintendents. Because it was a government unemployment act for some people, and there was a lot of hostility toward it. We made some major changes. What we finally decided was that there would be a criteria, and you would need 500 students in K through 12. The other issue was you had to meet the standards. If you could meet them, you could stay. But if you were shortchanging the students, then the state would have the authority. In our state, different states have different constitutions, but in our state, the state is ultimately responsible, not the local community. And so if the school continued to fail its students, we would do whatever it took to not let students stay in failing schools forever and ever, because that meant those kids are going to fail for the rest of their lives. Now, it wasn't very controversial, but I would tell you today that I'm a person who would never again back down and say that what we did was anything but the right thing for the students. And I had a lot of teachers and a lot of students tell me, thank you, because for the first time, some of them actually had access to not only physics and advanced science, but to music and art programs that every student ought to have access to. So our schools ought to be about the students, not about the schools. It's perpetuating what's best for them. Now, that's a state issue, so as a president, I'm not going to go out and tell states what to do. That's not the job of the federal government. It's to simply let you decide that at the state level. But I certainly want to explain what I did as governor, but more importantly, why I did it. Because education, and a decent one, is why I'm standing here today running for president. Without it, I promise you, I would never have made it out of Hope, Arkansas. I would have never made it past 2nd Street.